All right, so of course, Northern California is home to two NBA basketball teams, the Golden State Warriors and the Sacramento Kings. Both of these teams semi recently got new arenas that replaced very old, aging arenas. Golden One Center actually opened before Chase Center. It opened in September of 2016 to kick off that season. Chase Center opened in September of 2019 to kick off that season. And, both stadiums I think have been pretty successful. Obviously, the Warriors are a better team overall. I mean, they make the playoffs. So, of course, they're going to get, more attendance. I'm not really looking at that. I'm kind of just in this video going to look at sort of similarly to the one I did on Oracle Park versus the Coliseum is the overall experience and kind of just the ins and outs of, these two arenas being compared, Chase Center and Golden One Center. So I think in some ways they're similar. I think in other ways they're different. I think the biggest difference is Chase Center is more fancy. I think it's more over the top in that way, and I mean that's definitely a good thing. And I mean I think it's a little bit excessive sometimes. I think the Warriors Stadium is just pretty fancy. It's huge. I mean it's just very very nice. To say the least. Golden One Center, of course, is really nice as well, but I feel like it's more down to earth. Like it's not as complex to navigate. It's not as difficult to find your seat. It's very to the point, and I like that. Like I think that's one thing I sort of like better, about Golden One Center. It's just you get there and you know what you're doing because it's to the point, right? I mean, Chase Center is great and all, but you have all these complex areas and it's sort of difficult sometimes, especially with a bigger crowd because you have to deal with usually a sellout opposed to Golden One Center attendance is usually lower. Now the capacity for these stadiums is pretty similar. I think the difference is about 400 only, or yeah, I mean it's not that bad. So it's two arenas that kind of followed that same pattern of opening around 17 to 18,000. In terms of location, and I know this could be controversial, but I honestly like the location of Golden One Center better than Chase Center. And honestly, from like a nice standpoint, I think probably Chase Center is better. But from a convenience standpoint, Golden One Center is my winner on that. I think Golden One Center is really easy to just get to. Right, there's parking. I mean, it's in the heart of downtown Sacramento, and so there's parking all around usually, and it's cool because you can walk up, right, in sort of a leisurely manner. I mean, it's just like there's so much to do around the arena. It's sort of like in a shopping center slash, plaza. So the cool thing with that is you kind of feel like you're really truly there. And I think when, someday when the Sacramento Kings make the playoffs and even make the finals someday, I think it's going to be a really, really cool place to be, Golden One Center, because I think, the way they designed it, there's restaurants right around the area that show the Kings games nightly. And, I think the arena is just very open. Like the thing I like about it is once you step foot into Golden One Center, you can already see the court because they sort of have this cutaway thing opposed to Chase Center where, you walk in and you kind of have to go up some escalators and stairs and whatnot. But I think with Chase Center, overall, I think the prestige and the nice, aesthetic way it is better. I think the fact that it's like practically on the water definitely is very cool. You get a nice view of the bay, of the bridge. So like honestly, I see these stadiums as about equal. In my opinion, I mean you could see for yourself if you go to both in a span of a little while. Because the thing with Golden One is it's cheaper, but you're also watching the Kings. I mean you're paying more to watch the Warriors. It makes sense. Um, so yeah, I mean, I think the Warriors arena, it's nicer, it's newer, but I think Golden One, it's better in certain areas. I think the convenience, definitely it takes the cake on that one, but I think also it takes, the win on just being sort of more down to earth. And I think food wise, pretty equal. It's sort of like, it's arena food. It's not going to be amazing, but I think honestly, both are cool because both implement, restaurants and, sort of tradition from the city, right? The Warriors have Bay Area aesthetic inside of the stadium when it comes to food and other things, and then Golden One has classic Sacramento things in it, and signs and whatnot. I mean, I've recorded at the stadiums. If you want to see those, you can go watch that. But I think really, like, I don't think it's much of a debate. I think it's just like, these we know that both of these NorCal arenas are just very cool in their own ways, and I think the thing with Golden One is it doesn't get enough love. I mean, the Kings, obviously are not very relevant in terms of how they play on the court, and that's a problem. And so, they don't draw as much attendance. But this, arena has been open for, 5+ years at this point, and I think it's a very underrated one. So, anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts on this. Two really cool arenas. Thought I'd compare them similar to what I did before with the other stadiums. So let me know your thoughts. I'll see you guys later, and yeah, peace out.